Steeler Nation, I want to tell y'all thank you. So with doing so, let's get this channel up to 500 subscribers, and I will be sending out a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey to one lucky subscriber. This is all made possible thanks to our sponsors, 4TF, For the Faintless Apparels. Be sure to go check those guys out at 4tfthebrand.com. That's the number 4tfthebrand.com. So let's get this channel up to 500 subscribers, and one of you will be winning a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey. Thank y'all so much, and let's jump into the video.
Come out here and panic his ass off soon as he get thrown in there with the Wolves, because the real Wolves come during the season. Yeah. Pittsburgh is coming.
Crazy times we living in. We got Mike Tomlin out here talking real spicy, real confident after the win over the Baltimore Ravens. And at the same time, getting a little petty too. Your boy Meech like this, man. So y'all tune in, y'all lock in. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and jump in the comment section on this one, y'all, because we got to get active, man. This your boy Meech, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. But off rip, Mike T out here getting very petty, man. And I like the pettiness. Trust me. I like the pettiness. Mike T, you take it away.
I'm sure you like the three-step catch rule on Sunday, but in general, as a member of the committee, the competition committee, do you like that?
It's always been debatable. It seems like I've just learned to kind of move on. To be quite honest with you, I moved on from Jesse James, for example. I don't even know what year that was. There are going to be controversial calls in big games. I think I always focus my energy on making enough plays to minimize that in terms of determining the outcome of the game. That's why you won't hear me calling New York post-game for explanations and things of that nature. You guys asked me that maybe earlier in the year regarding something. It's not going to change the outcome. I just work to keep moving, and I just like to put together a comprehensive enough plan and make enough plays where the game's outcome doesn't hinge on one play or a couple of plays.
You heard it from my man himself. Just make plays. Just make plays. And that's what I've been saying all week long, talking to these rappers out here. I understand it. We got Jim Harbaugh out there crying to the national media. I put the phone call in, and they admitted that they was wrong, but still. Hey, man, you the Baltimore Ravens. Y'all love to claim how better y'all are. Oh, Pittsburgh, we ain't worried about Pittsburgh. We're going to beat Pittsburgh every time. Y'all almost like the Dallas Cowboys in my book. The way y'all keep talking about it. Man. So, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. In the words of Mike Tomlin, we do not care. We do not care. Because like I said on the Still Jumping podcast with my boy Big Jack, be sure to go tune into that if you haven't. It's the latest one up here. But Pittsburgh done been on the other side of that so many times. You heard Mike Tomlin bring it up. The Jesse James. We done been on that so many times. Countless times. Everybody has. That's the NFL. And one of the main things we always say is don't put the game in the ref's hands. That's it. You got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Isaiah Likely, Shad Bateman. Like, you have playmakers. Go make another play. Go make another play. I don't care about, that was game change. You still have more time. That wasn't the end of the game, y'all. There was still more time out there. So I like these comments from Mike Tomlin. Let's put a little salt in the game. Let's put some spice in this thing. Powerpuff Girls this out, for the rest of the season. Because like I've always told y'all, I don't fear the Ravens. I really don't. I mean, I know I'm going to have to face the Ravens. It's going to come down to in the division between the Pittsburgh Steelers, Cincinnati Bengals, and the Baltimore Ratbirds. Like, we already know this. And the Cleveland Browns is playing spoiler. We know this. That's why I was telling Big Jack, hey, this Cleveland game that the Steelers got on the schedule, man, that's another major game. That's a toss-up. That can go either way. So, as far as the Ravens go, man, this ain't the first game where they put up 200-something yards and we still won. Mike Tomlin, take it away.
I think this is the third time in the last 4 or 5 years that you guys have beaten the Ravens and they've outrushed you by 100 yards or more. What goes into a game plan to mitigate that vast of a difference in the ground game?
They're built different than a lot of teams, and so the nature of our matchups are different. You can almost substitute their rushing yards for passing yards and vice versa. The bottom line is you better win the turnover game. You better be good in the red area. You better make timely situational plays. And, that's kind of the formula for playing those guys from our perspective.
Mike, you said you understand.
You got to make turnovers. You got to capitalize on those turnovers. That's going to be the big difference in these games here. I mean, we're divisional foe. You face them twice a year. You know this, man. You know this. So me personally, that's always been the game plan. I tell my brother this all the time. Tendencies. I know if I can nullify Lamar Jackson to some degree and make him throw the ball, I'm pretty sure I can get some turnovers in there. I can get some drop passes. Like, this is not the first time we have seen it. Bateman dropped, Flowers dropped. I remember one game, Flowers dropping like everything. In Baltimore, they don't know if they want to hate Bateman or love Bateman, from what I be seeing, and the Baltimore fans out here. It's like every year, y'all wish you would just quit, or trade him, whatever the case may be. Man, but like I said, man, it is what it is. These games are always tough fought. They always hard, and they can go either way, especially with the Ravens. That's just how I feel about it. And as far as the calls go, it is what it is. Make another play. That's all on that notion. But at the same time, now we got to dive into Mr. Mike Tomlin. And is it extra confidence? Is it job security? Which one is it? I don't know. But my man Mike T feeling himself, y'all. And I just got to let him know you might want to pump your brakes on this, man. Just slow it down just a tad bit. But Mike Tomlin, tell us what you think of
Those bullets get rearing at any point for you.
It's the job.
Like, one of those bullets was at the Bills game, fans calling for your job. Did you feel like you were in the hot seat at all last week?
Man, I've been in the hot seat for 19 years.
Did you feel like you had something to prove to the fans at all?
I always feel like I got something to prove, not necessarily to anyone in particular, but that's just the spirit in which I go about what I do professionally.
What do you expect from the fans Monday night?
Man, I expect them to show up, man. It's Monday Night Football in Acrisure. It's going to be a big game.
I've been in the hot seat for 19 years, y'all. Stop playing with me, bro. I am Mike Tomlin. We do not care. Okay. You told them Pittsburgh Steelers fans to show up, so guess what? Pittsburgh Steelers fans, let's show up. Hey, and we still watching, because last week, Mike Tomlin told us to just keep watching. Well, guess what, my boy? This is another game you have to win. I'm going to say it. You have to win. Because the Detroit Lions, I'm telling you there, that's an L. That's an L. And I think all of Steeler Nation be surprised if Pittsburgh go out here and beat the Detroit Lions in convincing fashion. Not just squeak by, but beat them in a convincing fashion. I think we all shocked on that notion. So, Mike Tomlin, look here. These last couple of games can really go either way, my boy. I love the confidence. I love that talk. Talk that talk. Talk that still talk. All grit. Y'all see it? It's out there on full display. But at the end of the day, whew, my boy, I know you probably good on Monday night. But like I said, the way this season has went up and down, hot and cold, man, and this is perfect Steelers football right here. Just came off a win on the Baltimore Ravens, which got the fans back in it and could possibly lose versus the Miami Dolphins. And then lose to the Detroit Lions, take 2 back-to-back L's. But hey, we all in this year, y'all. We all in. That's it. Now we got Debo out here talking his little spiel, and I'm going to dive into it a little bit. Debo, James Harrison, for the ones that don't know, Debo, well-known Steeler fan out here, and doing his thing in the podcast world. Shout out to him and Joe. But Debo says, I think Mike Tomlin, did a better job because we won. The only thing that would 100% keep him with me if I'm the owner, is I need a chip, because I look at this game and I see that we still gave up 217 yards rushing. He goes on to say, if you win it all, I don't care what the numbers are, because you found a way to win the chip. But if you don't, then now I have to look at it in terms of numbers. He continues on, and this is the big part right here. He says, even if we go and we get to an AFC championship game and we lose it, Are y'all telling me we get there, we lose it, and now does that give you another 8 years of not winning? No. The definition of insanity is doing the same things and expecting a different outcome. Me personally, right, replying back to James Harrison, shout out to you, my dog. I love you. But you got to pump the brakes too, man. We got to pump the brakes. Mike Tomlin needs to pump the brakes. People need to pump the brakes. Everybody, pump the brakes. I don't know where this all-in mentality this season, this is it, we're going to the Super Bowl. I know that's the talk, the mantra that we expect our teams to say we're going to the Super Bowl, but realistically, I don't see it, and I never saw it this season. I never saw it this season with all the acquisitions, even back before George Pickens got traded and he was on the roster still. We still have Minka Fitzpatrick. No, I don't think Jalen Ramsey brings you a Super Bowl. I don't. I don't think Aaron Rodgers brings you a Super Bowl with a nullified run game and a questionable offensive line. I don't know. No. Forget I don't know. I think this year was all about figuring out what you got and where to go from here, because we know the last 9 years of this hasn't been working whatsoever. So we need to see what this team is now and go from there. So, Mike T, I get it. You want to come out here with the big macho talk. I've been in this thing for 19 years, man. My seat been hot. Your seat never been hot, bro. It's never been hot. Nowhere near. We never heard Steeler Nation booing Renegade and chanting fire Mike Tomlin. Like, we never heard it. I think the last one was the man north of the border. You know, the other Mapletron, or whatever you want to call him. That man north of the border, man. I think that was the only one. That was the only one. Now you're feeling the pressure. I think if you win versus Miami, you beat the Ravens, you win versus Miami, now you can make talks like this. You know, maybe we do need to come back down, Steeler Nation. Maybe we do. You know, we're going through things. We in December now. This is football. This is football season. Now it's football season. So we just gotta wait and see. But Debo, on the other hand, you gotta stop it, bro. Because if the Pittsburgh Steelers go and win 2 playoff games this year, everybody would be ecstatic. Everybody would. I'm just gonna be real. I know I would because I have them winning that first round in the playoff. And if we go to the second round and we win there too, yeah, forget going to the. I'd be okay if we lost. I'd I'd even be okay with running it back with Aaron Rodgers at that point. Just saying. But saying no, you gotta putting pressure on winning the chip. I know that might get the clicks and stuff like that, but let's be real, bro. Pittsburgh don't have to go to the Super Bowl and win. Pittsburgh can go to the Super Bowl and lose, and we'll still be happy. But that's not the end. I mean, that's not the end all be all. Either you win the Super Bowl or this was a complete, utterly failure and you fire Mike Tomlin. No, you don't, bro. You don't. Not at all. Before we get up out of here, we got to go over some injury news. It was a lot today. Off rip, player that's out, Calvin Anderson, he's still out with a knee injury. I think we all expected that one, so it ain't too concerning. Players that are expected to play, DK Metcalf, it was concerns out there with his stomach after the game. He ended up staying in the hospital. I think everything cleared up. Mike Tomlin was talking about some Pepto, something like that. He had some stomach pains. A major one that I'm looking at, expected to play, is Kyle Duggar with a hand. I think that's going to be a major one, and if we can get him back, let's go. Chuck Clark needs to go to the bench, and you continue to play Jabril Peppers in there with Kyle Duggar. But yeah, Chuck Clark, I don't want to see him no more. Questionable players, Derek Harmon with a knee. I think that's a major one if we can get back to really help shut down or nullify teams' run games in a sense. I think Derek Harmon's been playing his tail off, man. And I said that when we drafted him. I'm looking forward to that guy right there. Now, this year, he's dealt with some injuries. You know, that sucks, but it is what it is. I think we're just seeing the start of a beast in the NFL, Derek Harmon. Because without this man, yeah, teams have put up another 100 yards rushing on us compared to with this guy in the game. So we definitely need him back. We got a few concussions protocols going on with Darnell Washington. He's questionable to play. I think that's another major key that we need to get back. Y'all know I love Darnell Washington. I'm gonna keep preaching into the end of time. That man is a cheat code. I don't care what you say. 6'7", 311 pounds. Go make the tackle if you want to. Malik Harrison, he's another one in concussion protocol. I think we need him back to shore up that run D as well. Anders Pete, he's in concussion protocol. And that's where I'm a little nervous at right there. That O-line. That means Dylan Cook gets the first ever start in the NFL last Sunday versus the Ravens. That was his first playing time in the NFL. Now he gets to start a game as Anders Pete's not in. I mean, hey, I hope the best. I wish the best for him, but we need Anders Pete, Broderick Jones, somebody come back. I have to wait and see. You just got to wait and see on that one. We don't know how that really is going to shape up and ship out. Maybe later on this week we'll talk about keys to success when we get closer to playing time. The game is on Monday, so I think these guys still got time. I think it's like an extra day, extra 24 hours on the week to get out of this concussion protocol. Derek Harmon with his knee injury. I would love to see all four of those guys back. Obviously, that goes without being said, but yeah, if we can do that, I think we'll be all right this game. Another thing I wanted to touch on, Mike Tomlin, he addressed the concerns with Roman Wilson. He gave an answer to why he was inactive, a healthy scratch, as they say. But we got the answer, and Mike Tomlin says it's because of Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller is a better backup punt returner. Him and Calvin Austin back there. But here's the thing, man. I feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers or Mike Tomlin or Arthur Smith, whoever it may be, they love some Scotty Miller, man. They love some Scotty Miller, and I get it. He does a lot of the dirty work. He gets in there, playing gunner position. We seen it. My man was out there fighting for his life. Double team the whole time, but was still getting after it. In the words of Mike Tomlin, he's a gamer. He's a gamer all the way. So I see that, but at the same time, I mean, really, Scotty Miller? I like Scotty. But when are we going to see Roman Wilson for real? Like, give my man's an opportunity, because if I'm not mistaken, he was leading us at one point in yards, averaging yards or something like that. It's in one of these videos. I pin it up here, but I just want to see Roman Wilson. I want to really see Roman Wilson given an opportunity. But at the same time, I'm looking at it like, okay, maybe Roman just isn't getting it. And this might be the end of Roman Wilson, and we might have to sit here and say Roman was a bust, at least for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know what it is. I know Aaron Rodgers like to call two different things in the huddle. You got the option to run two different routes. If he wants you to go in, big fella. You see, he called out Johnny. He'll call you out too, Roman. I think he'll call you out faster than he'll call out Johnny. But still. So I think it sucks. But if we don't see Roman Wilson again for the rest of the season, I think it's time to go ahead and bring out the bus button and hit the bus button on him. Adam Thielen, he caught one pass in this game. I want to see more of him active and involved. MVS caught 0 passes in this game. He was just out there being a decoy, and maybe that's what we need. Something just to take the pressure off of DK Metcalf. And shout out to Arthur Smith, very first play of the game, went straight up top to DK Metcalf. I loved it. That's why I said, when the Pittsburgh Steelers went aggressive, they got whatever they wanted. When we went conservative, things started looking bad. So it is what it is, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. The pressure that's on Mike Tomlin in this season, in the Super Bowl, I think we got to dial that back, y'all. Mike Tomlin, feeling confident, cockiness, Petty Betty himself. I'm here all for it, but, man, don't let it bite you in the rear end. That's all I got to say, because Pittsburgh, man, I'm telling you, I told y'all one thing about us. We can rally some troops together, bro, and make something happen. You seen they had a death for the defense. Defense went out there and played lights out. I keep telling y'all, we might need to have a death for the offense, too. See how they bounce back. See how they reincarnate themselves. So I'm here all for it, man. Y'all get in the comment section. Go follow me everywhere at Steel Talk 6. and let's talk about it. How y'all feeling about the rest of the season, man? Because I feel like Pittsburgh can really make a little run for it if everything falls out and play. And I think the Lions game will be a pivotal one. If we beat the Lions, Pittsburgh got the opportunity to win out. Pittsburgh got the opportunity to win out, man. If not, go to. And at that point, I think Baltimore game don't really matter or don't matter at all. So I sit the starters and play Will Howard in that one. If we go 2-2, that's just how I'm feeling right now. Yeah, I rather see a Will Howard out there. Go ahead and, especially if we show up a playoff spot for real. Yeah, we in the playoffs no matter what. Yeah, go ahead and start Will Howard. Give the starters a rest. We haven't had one in a while. I think it was week 4, the Ireland game. That was our bye. So it was like 13 weeks straight. It is what it is. But yeah, give them boys a bye right there and give them some rest. And I'm sorry, Will Howard, your first NFL start might be a loss. It is what it is. But still, I'd rather see you get that shot. Don't give it to Mason. I told y'all on this channel, Mason Rudolph is over with. That's done. We've seen it. It is what it is. We know what we're going to expect out of there. Mason Rudolph is going to give you 2 interceptions. Guaranteed. Guaranteed 2 interceptions off top. So it is what it is. I think the same thing can go for Baltimore. Baltimore can possibly split 2-2, and they could possibly lose out too. I'm just saying over there. I'm gonna have a talk with Big Jack. Hey, bro, I need you to handle business one more time. Like I told y'all, I do good business, brother. Whatever you tell me the number, and I'm gonna make it happen. Tell me the number, I'm gonna make it happen, bro. That's all I gotta say. Tell me the number, I'm gonna make it happen. It is what it is, bro. Y'all get in the comment section, man. It's your boy Meech. Y'all stay up and stay blessed, and I'm out of here.